The market is continuing to trend upward. Let's take a look and see what happened in the Reno Sparks area for the month of April. Let's take a look. Another new record, almost $495,000. That was about a $10,000 jump over last month. Taking a look at it over the last 13 months, you can see our continued trend of upward pricing. That is caused by inventory. We're going to look more into inventory shortly, and that low inventory is really driving up our prices right now. How quickly are homes getting sold? Well, still, we stayed the same at 18 days to contract on average. Now, again, they sell quicker if they're priced right, and I'm seeing many homes selling under a week. So, but regardless, homes are selling very fast if you want to put your home on the market for sale. Taking a look at the active inventory, the new listings and sold homes. Well, take a look, and on the far right one here, you can see that all of the categories went up for April. That's good news, especially that inventory. 295 homes on the market for April. Now, it's still very low. We did see a good jump of new homes come on the market up to 636. So we're seeing those numbers start to trend upward or continue to trend upward. So that's good news. We hope that trend continues for the rest of the year. Speaking of the rest of the year and even into 2022, looking at the sales, we've seen a huge trend of buyers coming in here trying to buy up some homes. And what's the market going to look like for the rest of the year and next year? Well, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and MBA, or Mortgage Broker Association, are all forecasting you can see that yellow flat line in there is what we sold last year, 6.5 million homes. They all forecast we're going to sell more homes this year. We're going to outpace last year a decent amount. And all of them are projecting we're either going to hit or go above our 2020 numbers as well. So this market is going to continue to trend upward for quite a while, it looks like. Looking at our month supply of inventory, we can see we stayed the same there as well. Half month supply of inventory, very low. We're still shooting for that 5 to 7 months to be a balanced market. How many homes are on the market right now? Well, if you watched my video last month, you're going to notice that most of these numbers actually ticked up a little bit, so that's good news. We actually saw a decent jump in that $500,000 to $600,000 range, up to 60 homes available in that price range, and 60 homes available in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. So that's our biggest segment in our market right now. Everyone wonders, when are we going to get more homes available? You know, it's very competitive right now. We have bidding wars. When are we going to have more choices? Well, Pulse Economics did a survey across all of their chief economics officers, and they took a look, and they think that by the second half of 2021, a majority of them, almost half of them, think that we're going to start to see that increase in inventory be a little bit more substantial, with another quarter thinking by the first half of 2022, maybe that spring inventory or something by then. So we'll see what happens here. We are, again, starting to see that trend upward just slightly, but not quite enough. Our new contracts by month, this is our forecast, basically seeing how many homes went under contract, accepted an offer in April. Well, we had 576 homes get their offer accepted there, so still a decent jump over the winter months, slightly below March though. Let's jump to hyperlocal numbers, and we're starting right out with Reno. $505,000 in Reno, slight drop actually, which is interesting since we saw almost a $10,000 increase in the median sales price for Reno Sparks, meaning that Sparks is the one that drove up these prices. So we'll take a look at Sparks in just a second. We did see our sold jump up 37%. Inventory's up as well too. That's great news. There's our Sparks numbers. They jump up a little over 10,000 over last month. And you can see that inventory just inched up just barely, and new listings barely inched up as well. Driving out to Fernley, little increase out in Fernley for price as well. And you can see homes are selling a little bit quicker out there. And look at the active inventory right now is, even though it's 47% inventory jumped up, and there's only 25 homes. Heading south to Carson City, $430,000 median home price, just a slight increase, and 28 homes available on the market now in Carson City. Minden and Gardnerville, $525,000 median price, a little bit of a drop there, and inventory dropped as well. Our affordable option, condo townhomes in the Reno Sparks area, had an 8.5% jump up to $269,000. We did see the inventory jump up a little bit though. That's good news, up to 16%, up to 84 properties. Now, we're seeing these numbers trend upward for competitiveness. We're seeing less homes on the market, and we're seeing an increase of buyers looking to buy, whether it's they're anxious about being in their home for the last year from COVID, or taking advantage of low interest rates, or just a little bit of both, or everything in between. So some people are we're seeing an increase of people wanting to move and purchase a home. And the prospective home buyers planning to buy a home in the next 12 months actually has been increasing steadily over the last, over a year and a half. Since the beginning of last year, we've seen it go from 10% up to 16%. So that just shows that home ownership is getting more and more interested. And so we're going to probably see that's going to be driving the next year or two of home buyers, as we saw in that previous slide a couple slides ago. I've got good news for you sellers out there. Take a look at that seller profit. We've seen an increase of 26% seller profit increase. So on average, across the United States, we've seen it jump from a little over $55,000 up to over $70,000 on average. That's great news for you sellers out there that have been owning the homes, and that's just the beauty of home ownership. So if you aren't owning a home right now and you want to take advantage, there's still an opportunity out there, I truly believe, for you. Taking a quick look at what's going on with COVID and the forbearances in our market, good news is we saw another 400,000 mortgages left forbearance in the last 2 months. So we're seeing that number continue to decline. That's great news. We saw a little plateau towards the end of April, so we'll see what happens. I think it's going to continue to trend downward though, and so hopefully we're going to see everyone be able to work out something to do that. But as I said in previous videos, I do not intend any type of forbearance, foreclosure type crisis, any way like that. Last video I talked about how the mortgage rates were starting to inch their way upward, back up into the 3s. Well, they inched downward a little bit. It was actually surprising by most people. We dipped back barely into the 2s, down to 2.98%. So while we're just barely in there, there are many people that are still being able to get into the 2% rate for a interest rate on their home loan. So if you have questions on that, reach out to me and I can connect you with someone to see what you qualify for. Regardless though, they are intended to go upward as everyone thinks the economy is going to continue to grow, do better. We're going to probably see the interest rates start to go up again. So if you are wanting to take advantage of it, now's the time to do it. Let's get in contact with each other. I appreciate you guys watching. The weather's getting nice. Be sure to watch my events video. We'll be posting an events video right before June to tell you everything that's happening in the Reno Sparks area for the month of June. We finally get to do events videos again. I'm so excited. So be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Watch my other videos over here. And if you have any other questions, my information's below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great May.